A few months ago, I was on a road trip by myself, just trying to clear my head. I had been feeling overwhelmed with work and personal issues, and I thought a solo trip would be the perfect way to find some clarity. The open road, the endless horizon, and the freedom to go wherever I wanted were exactly what I needed. I had no specific destination in mind, just a desire to escape and see where the journey would take me. I was driving through a small town when my car broke down. It was one of those picturesque places you see in movies, with quaint houses and friendly faces. But at that moment, all I could think about was the inconvenience of my car trouble. I had no idea what was wrong with it, and I felt a wave of frustration wash over me. I pulled over to the side of the road feeling frustrated and stranded. I tried calling a tow truck, but the nearest one was miles away and would take hours to get to me. I felt a sense of helplessness creeping in, wondering how long I would be stuck there and what I would do in the meantime. The sun was starting to set, and I was in the middle of nowhere with no immediate solution in sight. As I was waiting for a tow truck, a guy in a pickup truck stopped and asked if I needed help. He had a warm smile and a genuine concern in his eyes. In a world where we are often taught to be wary of strangers, his kindness was a breath of fresh air. He introduced himself as Jack and offered to take a look at my car. I was a bit wary at first, but he seemed friendly enough, so I accepted. Jack seemed to know his way around cars, and I watched as he popped the hood and started tinkering with the engine. We made small talk, and I learned that he was a local who had lived in the town his whole life. He told me stories about the town's history and the people who lived there, making me feel more at ease. He helped me get my car running again and then offered to show me a good place to eat in town since it was already getting late. I was grateful for his help and decided to take him up on his offer. We drove to a cozy little diner that looked like it had been there for decades, with checkered tablecloths and a friendly waitress who greeted Jack by name. We ended up at a local diner where we talked for hours about life, travel, and everything in between. Jack had a way of making me feel comfortable, and our conversation flowed effortlessly. We shared stories about our pasts, our dreams for the future, and the things that mattered most to us. It was one of those rare moments where you feel an instant connection with someone, as if you've known them forever. It felt like I had known him forever, even though we'd just met. There was an ease to our interaction that I hadn't felt in a long time. We laughed, shared personal anecdotes, and even discovered that we had a few mutual interests. It was as if fate had brought us together at that exact moment in that small-town diner. He was easy to talk to, and our conversation just flowed naturally. We talked about our favorite books, movies, and music, finding common ground in unexpected places. Jack had a way of making even the most mundane topics seem interesting, and I found myself opening up to him in a way I hadn't with anyone else in a long time. By the time we finished our meal, we had exchanged numbers, and he even offered to drive behind me for a while to make sure my car didn't break down again. It was a gesture that spoke volumes about his character, and I felt a sense of comfort knowing that someone was looking out for me. As we drove through the darkening roads, I couldn't help but feel grateful for the unexpected turn of events. Since then, we've kept in touch, and I've been back to visit that small town a few times. Each visit has been a new adventure, filled with laughter, exploration, and deepening our bond. Jack has shown me the hidden gems of his town, from scenic hiking trails to charming local shops. It's become a place that holds a special meaning for me, a reminder of how life can surprise you in the most wonderful ways. We're still figuring out where things are headed, but it's amazing how a car breaking down in the middle of nowhere led to meeting someone so special. Our friendship has grown into something meaningful, and we're both excited to see where it will go. Whether it turns into a lifelong friendship or something more, I know that meeting Jack has changed my life for the better. Life is funny that way. Sometimes the most frustrating moments can lead to the most beautiful experiences. This road trip, which started as an escape from my problems, ended up being a journey of self-discovery and connection. It taught me to embrace the unexpected and to be open to the possibilities that life has to offer, and for that I am truly grateful.